We are now in still the basic missions. So let's do basic 2. A slightly more difficult challenge involving an incomplete password script. Requirements, common sense. Let's click this, basic 2. Okay. Network security Sam set up a password protection script. He made it load the real password from an unencrypted text file and compare it to the password the user enters. However, he neglected to upload the password file. So, try to solve this on your own. I'll pause the video and give it a try. I will give you the solution and explanation later. Here is a tip. If the network SAM forgot to upload the password file, then what would the password be? If the system could not load the password file, what would the password be? That is a tip. Okay, just pause the video and give it a try. Okay, so here's the solution. If you were to study this by right-clicking and then view page source and then Ctrl F and search for the password string, you will find it here. The important part is here, form. So this is a form in HTML, which is actually this form over here. So a text input and a button normally will be enclosed in a form like this. So the form starts from here and the form ends here. It comes in a pair. If it has an opening tag, it also has a closing tag. And then here, the first part is your input text box. The type is password. So whenever you see a type password for input, it means that whatever you type here will be hidden. You can't see the text. That's the meaning of password. And then here we have a name. Every input should have a name. You can give it any name you want. The reason why we need a name is so that when you send this input, the value of the user input to the server will know how to extract the value stored in this input by using the name to refer to it. And the script that extracts the information, the value, is called a PHP script. Then the next input type is submit, and this submit is referring to this button over here. And then the text that you see on the face of the button is this value here, value submit. So now whenever you have a form, there is usually a submit button. And when you click on a submit, it will perform this method, which is called post. Now in a form, there are two ways to send data to the server. One way is to use post. So in the post method, you will not see the data in the URL. If the other way of sending data to the server is using a get method. If the method was get, then you will see something like this. You will see something like this. Whenever you see something like this, it means that the form is using a get method. So normally forms will use post method so that this thing will not show up here. So it's for security that that usually forms will use the post method. Now in this case, you also have another action specified. So every form will have two attributes. One is a method, which is post or get, and the other attribute is the action. The action will specify which PHP script will process the post. That means which PHP script on the server will receive this data that is being sent and extract it. So let's take a look at the diagram for better understanding. So over here you can see we have a server, a web server, and the web server stores web pages. And when you visit the website, the web server will give you the web page containing the form, and we're referring to this form. And then when the user fills in the form and sends it back using the post or get method, whichever one, there must be a script here called the PHP script, which will receive the data and extract it. An example of this is shown in this simplified form. This is a simplified PHP script. So if the user were to post the password over the internet or get, in this case we are talking about post, so we should have a method. This is a method whereby you extract the name, and the name here refers to the form. If you look at the form, the input type here, the name is password. So when you are trying to extract the value, you must specify which name you want to extract the value from. So in this case, the PHP script will specify the name password, because the name password here refers to this input. And after it extracts the password, the text or the value stored in this name, it will then assign it to a variable. And this is called a variable. A variable is a temporary placeholder for storing values. And then it will perform a comparison. It will compare the password, whether it's equal to the file, the password stored in the file. So now the problem is, Network Sam forgot to upload the password file. So over here, the developer is Network Sam. He forgot to upload the password file to the file server. So when the PHP script tries to compare the password in the file, what do you think will happen? Let's take a look. So if the file is not found, that means the value of this will be blank, or 0 or null, or even an empty string. Correct? So therefore, if the password is equal to a blank or empty string or null, this will be true. That means whatever password you key in here, it should be blank. So when you compare a blank password with a blank file, then you will log in to the server and you will log in through the page. That means your password is correct. That means your password should be blank, because the file is blank. So the correct password is a blank password. So the answer to this is, the password is a blank password. So you click submit, and there you have it. So this is the solution and explanation for this challenge. Thank you for watching.